Hello my dear student, this is my third video on object-oriented programming concepts in Python. So first, in this video we are going to learn about different types of variables and methods available in object-oriented programming language. So first, class is nothing but the combination of data members and member functions. So these data members are nothing but the variables. So there are two types of variables available in a class variable and the instance variable, or we can call it as a object variables. So first we will see what is meant by class variable. A class variable, or we can say a static variable, is a variable which are owned by class. So if a class has one class variable, then there will be only one copy of that variable throughout the program. All the object of that class will share the class variable. There exists a single copy of the class variable. Any change made to the class variable by an object will be reflected in all other objects also. Second type is object or the instance variable. This object or the instance variables owned by the objects. So each object has its own object variable. Suppose if in a class there are n number of objects, so there will be n number of separate copies of that object variable or the instance variable. The object variable is not shared between objects, and a particular change made in the particular object variable by one object will not be reflected in other objects. So let us say example on class variable and the instance variable. So here I have taken a class as a sample. In this class I have created one class underscore variable whose value is 5, and then I have declared a init method, def underscore underscore init underscore underscore in bracket self comma local variable. Now this local variable is nothing but the instance variable. When we are creating the instance of this class, that is here I have created the s1. So at that time you have to pass that instance variable value also. Okay. So here just I am initializing the passed value to the instance variable. Self dot instance variable equal to local variable. So whenever we are creating the object of this class, at that time we have to pass one value to the parameterized constructor. This init method is here I have declared as a parameterized constructor. So when s1 is now object equal to sample in bracket 100. So 100 value will be going to be initialized for the local variable here, and then the instance variable. Means s1 is object whose instance variable value is 100, and then just I am printing this value on the console with the help of the object name. So s1 dot instance variable. Okay. Next, I have printed the value of class variable on the console. So to print the or to use the class variable, we have to use the class name. So sample is our class name. Then write down the dot operator and mention the class variable name. So sample dot class variable. It will print 5 value on the console. Next, I have created a second object for the same class. So in previous slide you have seen there are n number of objects, so there will be n number of instance variable. So here s2 equal to sample in bracket 200. Now s2's instance variable value is now 200. It will call the parameterized constructor automatically and will initialize the self dot instance variable of s2 object with value 200, because we are passing 200 to the parameterized constructor. Next, I'm going to print the value of s2's instance variable and the class variable. So s2 dot instance variable, it will print 200 on the console, and sample dot class will print 5. So here, as per the definition, the class value will remain as it is. Okay, and the instance variable maybe depends upon the objects. Next, we will see the types of methods in a class. So basically there are three types of methods are available. First one is instance method, second is class method, and third is static method. First we will see instance method. Instance method are the methods which contains self as a parameter in it at the time of definition. So to declare this instance method, we did not require any decorator, and each object having its own instance method. Okay. Instance methods are called using the object and the dot operator. Let us see example on the instance method. So class student, I have taken this student class. Next, I have declared the parameterized constructor because here I am passing two values to this constructor. So self, comma, name, comma, marks. And then here I have initialized name and marks with the name and the marks. Def message now in bracket self. Now this method is now instance method. Okay. Just I'm printing some message on the console using in the message method. So whenever we are creating the object of the class, so we have to pass two values because our parameterized constructor contains three arguments in it. Self is a default argument, comma, first is name and the marks. So whenever we are creating the object, here I am going to create S1 as an object of the student class. So at that time we have to pass two values. First is name and second is the marks. Next, S2 equal to student. Now this S2 is the second object of the same class whose values are PQRS and 25. And then I have called the message method with the first object, that is S1 object name dot method name, S1 dot message, which will calls the instance method. Okay, and it will print name, that is ABCD got 25 on the console because S1's objects values are ABCD and 30. Next, same method I have called for the S2 object. So S2 dot message. So it will print PQRS got 25 on the console. That is second object's values. Next method is class method. This class method contains CLS as a first argument in its method definition. And to write this class method, we have to first write the decorator, that is @class method. And to call this class method, we can either use class name or the instance name. So here I have shown syntax of the how to declare the class method. Must be there, class method, then def method name in bracket CLS is now compulsory parameter, first parameter, because it is a class method, comma, arguments, first argument, second argument, like this. And the syntax to call this method, either you can use class name or the object name and then dot operator and then the method's name. Now we will see the example on the class method. So here I have declared a my class. In that I am going to declare a class method. So to declare a class method, we have to first write the class decorator, that is @class method. Next, def calculate. Now CL is there, so it is a class method, comma, price. There is a one variable, one parameter or the one argument is there, and just I am performing the calculation of cost. I am adding 10 value to the price amount and just returning to that call statement. So object equal to my class. Here this obj is now object of my class, and then C equal to my class dot. So here I have called the class method through the class name, that is my class dot method name is calculate in bracket 495, and then I have printed the value of C. Means this statement will call the class method. This class method will execute it and return the value of cost to the C variable. That is, when I'm going to print C variable, it will print 505 on the console. Next, my class dot cost. So directly we can also access the variable through the class name. So my class dot cost will print 505 on the console, and we can also call through the object also. So obj dot cost, it will print the same value on the console. because all these three statements refers to the same variable. Next is static method. So the method which doesn't contain self or the CLS as a parameter, that method is nothing but the static method, and we have to write @ static method decorator to define the method. And we can call this static method either by using the class name or using an instance variable. So here I have shown the syntax of the static method. @ static method, this is one is the decorator, def method name, and here are the arguments, argument 1, 2, 3. Here self and CLS parameters are absent, that is because it is a static method. Next we will see the example on the static method. So here I have taken a class person, this one is the constructor, and then this @ static method. Now here the starting of the static method. So here I have used this decorator first, def hello is my static method, and just I am printing hello static method code on message on the console. So whenever we are creating the, we have to first create the object of the class, object equal to person. It will calls the constructor automatically, so it will execute this init method and will print in Python constructor init method on the console. And to call the static method, we can use the class name or the object name. So here I have used the class name person.hello. It will call this static method and will print hello static method code on the console. That is, this one is our output. Next we will see, so here in this example I have used all three types of methods in the same class. So let us see one by one. So here class methods is my class name, c equal to 50, this one is my class variable, def instance underscore method in bracket. So instance method always contain self as a first parameter in it. So this one is a instance method. Then second @ static method. So here the I have written the decorator. So the static method is a static method, and then @ class method. So first I have used the decorator to define the class method. Here the CLS parameter is compulsory. So basically here the static methods are used. Static method are used to perform some particular function. So here through the class name I have called the static method. So this basically the static method I have created to perform or to calculate the square of the particular number. So here I am passing 5. So this method will calculate the square and will print on the console. So method dot static, it will print in static method and square of the 5 on the console. Next, through the class name I have called the class method. So this it will call the class method. So in the definition of class method, their first parameter is CLS, okay, and it will print in class method and class variable, that is the variable we have declared at the starting of the class method class definition. So CLS dot C, it will access this variable directly and will print 50 on the console. Next, here I have again shown the same methods called with the help of the object also. So m equal to methods. So m dot instance method, and here so instance method are called with the help of the instance only or the object only. So in bracket 20. So I will be initialized with 20 and it will print instance method on the console, and then instance variable, that is self dot I, that is instance variable equal to 20. Next, again with the object I have called the static method and with 30 value. So it will call this static method and will print in static method message and square of the 30 on the console, that is 900. Next, again I have called the class method with the object name m dot class method. It will call this method and will print in class method and class variable as a 50 on the console.